when he's sending the troops to certain cities and he's claiming that there's chaos in the cities, and then some of the judges are saying, hey, there's no chaos. And so what he's going to do is, if he can't get his way with sending the troops to these blue states, then what he's going to do is he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act to send the troops to the U.S. cities. Okay. He's claiming, of course, that there's a lot of chaos. Y'all know that in some of the cities, there's not a lot of chaos. He's just claiming that it is. Okay. But we're going to take a deep dive into why he's even saying that. And, you want to think about it. Is it really unrest or just a publicity stunt? Okay. He's targeting blue cities that are in Chicago, Portland, and Los Angeles, even though the crime rate in many states are even higher than it is in some of the cities that he's targeting. Tonight, Broker J3 and I are going to break this down into some of his tactics, the ice raids that have been staged, guys, for cameras only to make it seem like it's more than what it is. The court rulings against his power grab, the Texas redistricting maps. Why is he doing all of this? I think all of this is part of his plan. And why John Lewis risked his life in Selma for the right to vote. Because guess what, guys? He's also going to the Supreme Court may try to take away our rights to vote. So we're going to take a deep dive into all of that. It's a very interesting topic, and we're bringing this to you real and raw because we feel like you need to know, because information is power. So thank you, Susie, for joining us. Thank you, Charles Kendricks. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Ace, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Thank you, Joseph, for joining us. We appreciate you guys' support. Thank you again.
All right, guys. Welcome, family. What's up? I'm your boy, your uncle. You know that guy, Bro J3. Appreciate you guys joining us today.
Okay, and I am your girl, your favorite auntie, Dr. B. This is J&B Live, where we cut through the noise, and we're going to bring you the real truth, tonight. Trump's talking martial law, military takeover, Broker J3, and silencing our votes. We got to talk about this.
Yeah, we got to get to it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, guys? All right, family. Before we get started, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube at Live with J&B. Make sure you guys subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. And for you guys also on the podcast, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon Music, Pandora, or wherever you guys get your podcast listening enjoyment. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you drop those comments. We want to hear from you guys today. And if you are watching live, make sure you guys tap that screen and make sure you send those gifts. It helps us to reach our gift goal because it goes a long way to keep this content coming. So let's go ahead. Let's get this thing moving. Okay, guys?
Okay, guys. So what the Insurrection Act really means, some of you may not be familiar with that term, but just think about it. We wanted Trump to do something when the insurrection took place on January the 6th. But guess what, guys? He didn't. Okay. So, but now he wants to do something. So the Insurrection Act is an old law from 1807. It lets the president use military troops on the U.S. soil to put down rebellions or unrest. And he could have did that for January the 6th, guys. It's rarely used because it blurs the line between civilian government and military control.
Exactly. And guys, and Trump, come on, let's be honest, guys. He wants to use it now. Why? It's so amazing when he was the president the first time and he called upon the insurrectionists, literally when he gave that speech before they attacked the Capitol. During the time when they was attacking the Capitol, they showed footage of Trump just watching it. Mm-hmm. He didn't call anybody. He didn't stop anything. It's like he was trying to see how far it would go. Literally for 90 minutes, he was watching it like it was a television show. So why now all of a sudden he wants to enact the Insurrection Act? It just doesn't make sense because why? Because he's selling the story that these cities are out of control.
Yes, he is.
And if you convince folks that chaos is everywhere, then you can say, see, I had to bring in the troops. Mm-hmm. And as Doc B was saying earlier, It's a difference. You sending these to blue cities and blue states, and some of these. And I'm gonna go back and say it again. Portland, Oregon. I mean, like seriously,
Really? Yeah.
like what they doing in Portland, Oregon that's supposed to be so bad it's worse than third world countries. Come on, now, get real, guys. It just really just does not make sense.
It does not. Okay, guys, and here's the real kicker. Um, Many of those cities he targeted, they're not in collapse. There's not a lot of chaos. There's not high crime. It's just something that he just made up in his head. And according to the Oregon Capitol Chronicle, a federal judge ruled protests in Portland were not significantly violent or disruptive and didn't justify military deployment. This is according to the Oregon Capitol Chronicle. Now, not something that we're quoting. So guess what? They're telling him that he can't come in. He can't send the troops there. So that's why if the judges are going to go against him, he's going to enact the Insurrection Act. That's what he's going to do. So get ready for it, guys.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares about that. Family, if you woke up and troops was in your city, would you feel safer or would you feel you're being more controlled? Drop it in the chat right now. If the military troops was in your city right now, or if you woke up tomorrow morning and the troops was in your city, literally policing your city, would you feel safer or would you feel like the government's trying to control you even more? Drop it in the chat. We'd like to know.
Okay, guys. All right, now. So big shout out to those of you who are joining us in Portland, Chicago, and LA. Y'all know what really happened on the ground. So if you can share with us, something pertaining to our topic for the day, please do, because you have more experience as to what happened and you may want to share that with us. So thank you guys for joining us, and we do appreciate your support, and thank you for being a part of the JMB family.
Thanks, Miss Sunshine. Thanks.
Hey, Miss Sunshine.
Miss Lover 711. We appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for the gifts. We really appreciate you guys so much. Guys, make sure you guys follow our top gifters. Make sure you do that. We always ask that you follow our top gifters. We even though we're here to do our podcast, we also like to help you guys grow your own social media platform. So make sure you follow our top gifters, okay?
All right.
Now Trump, he ain't waiting on real chaos. We already know that for a fact. He's staging it so he can claim the Insurrection Act is his only choice. Now, keep in mind, they have the No Kings going on Saturday.
Yes.
Now, the No Kings March going on Saturday. There's about 2,500 cities across the United States. Now, keep in mind, the Republicans and Trump have been labeling this the Hate America March. They're not calling it the No Kings March. They're calling it Hate America. Now, this is where it starts. They start pushing out that propaganda that these people that they're protesting to hate America. And these people are not going to be protesting to hate America. They're protesting about no kings, because no president should be acting like a dictator the way our president is right now.
Yeah, and it's crazy, guys. So tap that screen, share that link. Thank you guys for your gifts. Hey, Remington Noto, thank you for joining us. Let's keep it real. Thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you, Danny, for that gift. Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, thank you. We are visible, or we are on several different platforms. So if you don't get that shout out, just send it to us again. If we don't read your comment, send it to us again, and we'll make sure that we include it. Okay, guys, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe with your family. This is important to us, and we appreciate everything that you do.
And of course, if you're one of our top gifters, you're always going to be at the top so people can see that you are here. And we always request and ask that you guys follow our top gifters. Please follow our top gifters. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. Let's talk about these blue cities being targeted, Doc B, and these red states that are being ignored.
Yeah, and this is crazy because, like I said earlier, some of the red cities or red states have higher crime than some of the blue cities that he's targeting. So let's talk about the double standards. Trump's deploying ICE agents and even the National Guard into the blue cities in Chicago, LA, Memphis, and he did it in DC as well. but he's ignoring the red state where the crime rates are often higher. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, now why is he doing that? Why is he doing that?
Well,
it's a tactic to it. It's a reason why he's doing that.
it's probably to help push that propaganda that he's calling Democrats or anybody that didn't vote for him the enemy from within.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
it's crazy that we're at a point now, 2025, where if you didn't vote for a president, you are an enemy of America. But yet, our real enemies of America, the president is cozying up like he's their best friend. It just does not make sense. Now, according to the Capital B News, Trump's guard deployment hits Chicago, LA, and DC, even though homicide rates were declining in all of those cities. It just does not make sense.
It does not. Okay. And AP News reported that violent crime nationwide has been trending down in the cities that he's hit. The crime rate is going down, but Trump still targeted these blue cities to justify his narrative of chaos because he wants to say that there's chaos. He's got the cameras to prove it, just so that he can eventually declare, in my mind, he's planning to declare martial law. That's just how I'm thinking. That's the route that I see.
I honestly believe that that's the ultimate goal, because once he declares martial law, there's no voting. The military basically controls the government. There's no government. There's nothing. The military controls everything until the country is back normal again. And if Trump can have it his way, the country will never be back normal again, because as long as martial law is enacted, he stays in power. There are no elections. You can't get rid of him. And, it's I believe we got crazy times coming if this goes forward.
Yeah.
So what does that tell us, guys? It's not about crime. It's about politics. Let's be real. It's about punishing blue cities and performing power for the cameras.
Yeah.
That's all it really is.
And guess what, guys? He's also doing it because he's policing the streets and everything. So guess what? If he has his way, people will be too afraid to come out of their homes for anything, much less to vote when the next election comes around. So I think that's one of his tactics as well. And then proving that he has the power in his hands. He wants to prove that he is in control of everything when he's really a weak individual. Okay, guys? So do you think that Trump is fighting crime, or you think he's just flexing? Let us know, guys. Let us know what you think. Thank you, guys, for joining us, and thank you for all of your gifts. Thank you.
Yeah, I personally, Doc B, don't think that Trump is really fighting crime, because I think that the regular police in those cities and states are doing a hell of a job reducing the crime rates, and especially the same cities that he's referring to are worse than third world countries. I personally believe this is flexing a power play, especially for the cameras, just so people can see, hey, I had to do this. I had to do this because the governor in that state or whoever in that state weren't doing their job, so I had to step up and I had to take care of it.
He's in control. To prove that he's in control. That's what he wants to do, guys. It's just ridiculous. So shout out to those of you who are in Houston, Atlanta. You're calling it out in the comments. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your gifts. So keep them coming. Crime is higher in the red states, but no troops there, guys. No troops, none whatsoever. And then in one state, the ICE agents they pepper sprayed the police. So this is getting out of hand. And that is his intent, to create that chaos, guys. That is a fact.
Yeah, and he actually made a comment that, that didn't happen with the police, but they actually caught it on camera, and they showed it on camera just so people, I think it was MSNBC, where they showed that the police actually got pepper sprayed by ICE agents. Now, when it gets to the point where ICE agents are coming at the local police just because the police are not happy that they're in their cities, that's a problem, guys. I mean, it's bad enough you're already attacking regular people, not to mention, Americans. We're not talking about illegals. Most of the people, if you guys have been paying attention, that ICE has been grabbing, they wind up letting them go later because they are actually American citizens. So if you are a brown Hispanic person and you are a legal citizen to the United States, it's profiling. It's profiling, Doc B. That's all it is.
Yeah. So that's what's happening, guys. So what we're going to talk about next is the stage chaos. Okay. And the ice for the cameras, guys. Like I said, shout out to those of you who are joining us from all the different cities and states. I got Miss New Orleans is here, Humble A Mystic in London. Thank you guys for joining us as well. But we're going to talk about that stage chaos and ice for the cameras. Okay, this is a game to Trump. I feel like he's just playing and he's just testing the limit to see how far he can go. Even with just all of the crazy things that he does it to see if he can get away with it. Because if nobody calls him out, guess what? He's going to continue to do it.
Yeah,
he's escalating. He's escalating. He's doing more and more and more because guess what? He's getting away with it. And then if you stop him in one avenue, he's going to try to do it another route. In other words, if the judges are telling him that he can't send the National Guard and the ICE troops to one city, then he's going to try to circumvent that. And that's why he's trying to circumvent it with the Insurrection Act. So that's what he does. He's playing a game. Trump sends the ICE into cities with cameras rolling. Just recording it so he can show the chaos. The goal is not to solve crime. It's to make the cities look like war zones. It's political theater, guys. That's all it is.
It's crazy. And what's really crazy is according to the court filings in Oregon, judges saw no evidence of cities in rebellion whatsoever. But on TV, those clips of ICE clashing with protesters makes it look like chaos. And that's from the Oregon Capitol Chronicle.
Okay, we have a comment that says, what was happening when the police was abusing their authority? So I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that comment. Are you saying that's why they were pepper sprayed by the ICE agent? Please clarify, DJ Al Capone. Please clarify that for us. And then we have another comment that says martial law coming soon. I agree with you 100%. It's coming.
Yeah, I believe it's coming because right now the country's it's unrest. It's turned to chaos because first of all, for all these years, Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, Green Party, Tea Party, whatever the case may be, was able to live and get along, whether we agreed to disagree. But now it's like the agenda of Trump and his Republicans are making it seem like if you did not vote for Trump, if you are not a Republican, you are an enemy from within. You're a radical, and need to watch out for you because we got to take care of you. And so kind of makes me wonder what he means by that. And like the person said, martial law is coming.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, guys. So what he's doing is just propaganda, manufactured unrest. Those cameras are just there for show, just to create an illusion of unrest. Stage for the ratings. The Insurrection Act is used as a publicity stunt. That's what he's doing, guys.
So, guys, let me ask you this question. Have you ever seen your city shown on the news as chaotic, like it's one of the worst cities out there? When you knew life was normal in your city. Drop your city in the chat.
Okay, DJ Al Capone said, what's the solution? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but we're going to get into what we know is happening and transitioning. We want you to come up with your own solution because one thing about the J and B Live podcast, we like to discuss what's happening. And then once we discuss what's happening, we like for you to determine what you should take. In other words, just think about it. I know what I would do if they came to my city. I would just sit back and wait. I wouldn't go out there and do a lot of protesting because I know that he's staging a lot of that just for the cameras. Yeah. So we want you to come with your own conclusion about how you should handle it, guys. So,
and I think a lot of this, again, is still distraction. Just like I wish you had a username ID. If the Epstein files came out, he will be impeached because he's going to be on him. Yeah, I think they would get rid of him definitely if those Epstein files came out. It's so much that's going on. This I believe a lot of this stuff is distraction to take people away from that. Just like the congresswoman that was voted in 2 weeks ago, they still have not brought her in as of yet, because she would be the 218th vote to release those Epstein files. But yet 3 other Congress people, two Republicans and actually 1 Democrat, they had a session where they actually the very next day brought them on in. Yeah. But with her, they're prolonging it, and it just does not make sense.
It does not at all. And we know that he's doing that for a reason. And like the person mentioned that with the ID number, if those files are released and his name is on it, then I think they will impeach him. But I think that he's going to figure out some way to get his name off of it.
It's funny because most of the stuff that, he had the FBI go through those files and redact his name and some of his buddies' names from those files. But we want to see the unredacted files to see really what's going on, because it's a cover up. Yes, and guys, keep in mind, I don't have an issue with any Republican at all, or even the Republican president. But it's just some of the actions that this president has is just too suspect. Here's a brief example. Trump just bailed out Argentina for $20 billion. Yes. And he says that he's going to give them another $20 billion because they need the help. Now, keep in mind, Argentina just cut their tariff rates so low that China started purchasing their soybeans from Argentina. So you bailed out Argentina with American funds, American taxpayer funds, $20 billion, just so Argentina can stab us in the back and sell their soybeans to China. None of our soybeans have been sold here in the United States this year because of that. So now farmers in a serious situation where they may need a bailout, but you're not really talking about a bailout for the farmers, but yet you're talking about giving Argentina even more money. Yeah. All of this is to me, I think, is power plays, bad political decisions, and he's cozying up to dictators, and I mean it's ridiculous.
And then not to say that we've got federal employees that are not getting paid. And here you go. We got federal employees not getting paid, and you've given Argentina $20 billion. But what about the people, the citizens of the United States? That's just backwards. But that's what they're willing to do. And they're going back and forth. And they were talking about it on the news today. And not to get so off topic, guys, but back and forth about the government shutdown. Back and forth between the Democrats are blaming the Republicans are blaming the Democrats. But guess what, guys? Who is in control of the government right now? Who owns the House? Who's in control of the Senate? It's the Republicans. And if they're not willing to sit down and talk about it, that's an issue for me. I can understand, you going back and forth, but you're not willing to sit down and they're out for a session and not even working and getting paid.
And the crazy thing about it is they keep using the narrative that that the Democrats want to give health insurance to illegals, and that is not what they're talking about. They're talking about everyday Americans that are on Obamacare or receiving subsidies to be able to keep those low premiums, because at the end of the year those premiums go up. Now, it again, like Doc B said, you could give $20 billion out to a country that haven't even paid back loans that already to Europe that haven't even paid their loans back, but you gave them $20 billion and talking about you want to give them some more, but yet you don't want to look out for the own Americans, and you're using American taxpayer dollars to bail out other countries. It just does not make sense.
All right, Miss Empowered is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your gifts. Hey, we've got BXX. We've got Love and Happiness.
Make sure you guys follow our top gifters. You know how we operate, guys. We like to help you guys grow your platform, so make sure you follow our top gifters, okay? We can't say it enough. Follow our top gifters.
Okay, guys, we're talking about Trump's power grab, the troops, the chaos, troops, and your vote. This is what it's coming to, guys. You know, right now there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, and so what we're doing is breaking that down for you. We're trying to come to some type of resolution or solution, but we want you to determine what that solution is on your own. We know what we would do if they sent the troops to our cities, but what would you do if they sent the troops to your city?
And I think many of you will come up with a better solution to some of the things that's going on than some of the politicians that's in office right now. You know, we vote for these people to be in there, and they do not have our best interests at all. Like, here's an example, and I'm going to keep saying this. We should have terms on the Senate. We should have terms on the Congress, the same as we have terms on the presidency. You know, and also before any taxpayer dollars are spent on anything, they should have a vote for the American people. Hey, we're considering giving Argentina $20 billion. You, the American people, do you want to vote to say that, hey, we want to help bail them out? It just doesn't make sense that they can do whatever they want with our taxpayer dollars, but yet when we need the help, we can't even get it from our own government. It just does not make sense.
Okay, so we're going to give a shout out again to Miss Empower, our top gifters. We got Love and Happiness. And also King says, what in the sore knees is this? That is funny. Okay. We'll take it. So thank you guys, Miss Betty, who's our
top gifter.
Miss Empower and Love and Happiness.
Love and Happiness. That's okay.
Love and Happiness. Yes.
Okay.
So thank you guys. Make sure you join their page. We want them to get that recognition.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you follow their page, guys. Mm-hmm. Make sure you follow our top gifters.
Thank you, guys. Keep them coming. Keep those gifts coming, guys.
Now we want to talk about how the courts are pushing back. Of course, we already know that Trump is not listening to the courts at all. So let's talk about that. In California, a judge blocked Trump's use of the troops, citing that it's constitutional overreach. Okay. Now, according to Reuters, it violates the limits of civilian law enforcement.
Okay. So that was California. So in Chicago, Judge April Perry ruled Trump had no credible evidence of a rebellion and blocked the troop deployments there. Okay, that's according to the Guardian, guys.
So the courts are saying stop calling peaceful protest rebellion. You can't justify martial law because you want control. Again, we have the No Kings March on the 18th, Saturday, this weekend, is going down in 2,500 cities across the United States. Wherever you guys are located, if you Google the No Kings March, you may find they may have it somewhere in your city or around in your city. Now, again, the Republicans or Trump are labeling these marches as the Hate America March. Now, this is the propaganda that's being spent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, think about this. Now, I said this once before, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I still feel some of these marches, they're going to have some of their people go in there to create chaos, to make it seem like some of these peaceful protests are violent, so that they can take over, so they can enact violence against these protesters. I pray it doesn't happen, but I just got a strange feeling because the way they're making it Hate America, it just...
Yeah. And so I would pay close attention to, if you are planning to participate in this march, be aware of your environment, because as Broker J3 just said, I can see it where somebody that's peaceful, that's marching, may throw something at the ICE agents or just doing that just to incite violence, just for the cameras. Yeah. They're doing it. They may have been hired by the Trump admin or MAGA or whoever just to do that, just to prove a point. Yeah. Like I said, they just want to show chaos just for the cameras, guys.
Yeah, and ID said, and blame it on Antifa, which is a made up word. You know what? It's not it's funny because Antifa is not even a real organization, but they're making it seem like it's a real organization, and people are Antifa is behind it, backing up this Hate America thing, and it's a bunch of BS. It is not real at all. It is not real at all, guys. you have to learn to read through all of the garbage that's going on right now, because again, they feel like if they say it enough, people will believe it. And me and Doc B, we're actually witnesses to that already, because we get comments all the time, and we don't mind. We appreciate your comments. We get comments all the time where people are saying it's the Democrats' fault. Trump is trying to save America. It's the radical left and all that going on.
Okay, so Miss Empower says, drop the tap up so it won't cover y'all's face. I'm not sure what's being covered, but we don't want to cover. We want you guys to be able to see us clearly.
I think it could be maybe the device that you could be on, Miss Empower, because on our end it's not intruding.
If you guys can't see,
it covers up Doc B face a little bit. But
that tap. You can't move it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's okay.
Well, I'll see. I can see if we on multiple platforms. I can see if I can move it out the way. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So hopefully.
Is that better? Thank you, Miss Empower.
Hopefully it ain't coming up Doc B pretty face.
She said touch and hold it. Thank you. It's good to have someone looking out for you guys. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, guys.
All right. So let's get back into it. Okay.
Okay, guys. So now what's going on is that, do you trust the judges in your state to stand up to Trump? Because like I said, he's done the 4 states so far, maybe 4 or 5. But what if he comes to your state, your city? Do you think the judges in that particular city will stand up to Trump? Or you think they're going to cave like the rest, most of the people are doing? A lot of them are caving at this point because they're afraid.
They're afraid. And you have to realize that is the whole purpose of all of this, to get the people afraid, to show power. Now, think about this, guys. I mean, when in our history, I'm 56 years old, and I'm still trying to figure out when I can remember when so many troops are taking over cities. You have the military policing cities. Come on, guys. I mean, we know what states have some real crime issues, but they're not there.
Yeah. And I agree. A couple of the Republican judges are waking up to him as well. I agree. A lot of them have decided to stand up.
Some of the Congress, Republican Congress people.
A lot of them are starting to think about life after Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of them. She doesn't always agree with him. So a lot of them are waking up and they're taking a stand. But the saddest part about it, guys, is we can take all of the stands we want, some of the judges or whatever. But if it gets to the Supreme Court, what do y'all think is going to happen once it gets there? That's the problem that I'm having right now. Once it gets to the Supreme Court.
That's the issue, especially when most of them are Trump appointed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's really a toss up, guys. Right now, we're literally just praying for America, because we're really in a conundrum right now, because we don't know what's going on. We got a president that claims he want to make America great again, but everything he does not show that he cares about the American people. Trump cares more about Netanyahu. He cares more about Putin. Mm-hmm. He cares more about the Argentina president. He cares more about these people than he cares about the American people.
And he cares more about himself.
Yeah. Because,
he's a narcissist.
Because since he's been in office, he's made more money since he's been president than he has on his own as a businessman his whole life. It's ridiculous.
It's sickening. It's
ridiculous.
It really is.
It's ridiculous. So, guys, you can't just call a city a war zone and send troops. That is not law, guys. Mm-mm. That's a dictatorship. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, guys. So now we're going to talk about what's at risk. The voting rights, the maps, the map that was redistricted in Texas. And we're going to talk about the Selma legacy. Okay, the Voting Rights Acts of 1965 outlawed discrimination, guys, in voting, literacy tests, poll taxes, and intimidation. It gave federal power to supervise states with bad history. So we're wondering if they're going to chop the Voting Rights Act of 1965. It's on the table.
With so many things that already have taken place, it's anything is possible at this point, because everything that's happening right now I don't think that the Republicans or Trump want to take a chance in the Republicans losing power in the House and the Senate come midterms next year, or because if Trump loses the midterm next year, he already made Magic Mini Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, made a comment if they lose the House and Senate, Trump will get impeached, and that's what they're trying. Okay. That's what they're trying to avoid. So shout out real quick to I'm in the house. I'm in the world. I'm sorry. And a couple of other people that's in here. Doc B, help me out with.
I'm in the world says my brothers and sisters. It is what it is, to a certain extent, guys. Venezuela dictator president just now stepped down. Trump sent. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Just now stepped down. Trump sent him a threat. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna check that out because I love watching the news, guys. I'm gonna check that out.
A lot of the things that's going on right now, guys, it does not make sense, and we appreciate you guys. Mm-hmm. I wanted to give a break real quick just to give you guys a shout out because again, we always appreciate you guys commenting, letting us know how you guys feel as well. Because, we're just voicing our own thoughts and we like to hear your thoughts as well. They are getting money from the working people of this country. Are you willing to sacrifice your job? And you know what? And that's what I keep telling you guys. It does not make sense. It does not make sense at all for them getting the American taxpayer dollars and giving our money to other countries, dictators, but yet when we need help here, you're cutting off all social programs that you claim you didn't like. We didn't like those programs anyway. But those programs are helping out the American people.
Yeah, that is true, guys. And so this is what's happening now. Okay. So John Lewis and the others risked their lives in Selma, Alabama. They were beaten on the bridge. Okay. And guys, well, we were talking about the Federal Rights Act of 1965. It outlawed discrimination in voting, literacy tests, poll taxation, intimidation. It gave federal power to supervise states with bad histories.
Yeah, but also what happened is the Supreme Court it weakened it. It's not as strong as it was before, stripping the oversight from places like Texas, and now Texas redistricting maps favor Republicans by carving out Black and Latino voices. Now, according to AP News, the new maps add GOP seats while minority representation is diluted. So that means that even though you might have a city that's predominantly minority or Democratic, the way the redistricting works, now you have a Republican over those Democratic cities. It's absolutely crazy.
Okay, guys. So John Lewis and others, they risked their lives, guys. They were willing to die in Selma, Alabama. They were beaten on that bridge for this right, the Voting Rights Act of 1965. That's blood in the soil. So when we see leaders playing with maps, the redistricting and suppressing ballots, it's the same fight with a new face. I'm asking myself, are we starting all over? Are we going back to 1965?
Yeah, we are. We literally are going backwards because voter suppression is stronger now than it ever was before. They're just doing it in a new way. They can't do it out front like they did back in 1965, but they're doing it in a new way with voting laws and the redistricting. They're doing it in a new way. Guys, I don't think you guys understand. They are looking to take over America. And if we're not careful, and I hate to say it, we're not careful, Trump's already got hats that says Trump 2028.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, it's only 2 terms. So why is he playing with that? And I don't care what nobody say, oh, that's just Trump being Trump. That man is dead serious.
Yeah. And so I think I'm the world brought Emilio has commented several times. Thank you guys. A lot of the comments that they've made have been referred to the fact that we need to pray and we need to bring God in the midst of that. And I do agree. I do agree. In the meantime, it's also that you stand up for your rights, because if we're not careful, our rights will be stripped away, especially when people before us were willing to die for those rights. John Lewis was beaten he was beaten so we could not vote. Don't let that erase what happened to him just with a pen stroke. He got beaten for that, and we deserve to stand up for our rights, guys.
Yeah, we really do, guys, because we can't afford we can't afford to go backwards again. We just cannot afford to go backwards again. This is 2025. Why you got the thing on?
Okay. We're not sure. Go ahead.
At the top.
I think we're good. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk about the power versus the people versus the power grab, guys. So keep those gifts coming. Thank you, Ginger Roots.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow our top gifters. Please follow our top gifters. We are also here to make sure we help you guys grow your communities. Mm-hmm. That's something that me and Doc B enjoy doing. As we grow, we like you guys to grow as well. So as you're watching us and enjoying our podcast sessions, make sure you always follow our top gifters. And even if people cannot gift, follow them as well so that they can grow their platform as well.
Okay, I'm the world, Miss Empowered. Also love and peace were our gifts there. So thank you guys, and keep those gifts coming. We do appreciate all
hello
of you.
From what did I say? Hello from where? Just go down just a little bit more. Hello from Massachusetts.
Okay. AI God.
AI God.
All right. Hi. Appreciate How are you? Thank you. Yes.
And guys, again, remember we are on multiple platforms. Mm-hmm. So if we can't always catch you guys, please don't take it that we're overlooking you. We try to catch these platforms to give shout outs to you guys
and much love to you all.
Yes, and our gifters on multiple platforms. So we really appreciate you guys so much. So just know that we appreciate you guys for being here. Okay. Now let's get into the people versus that power grab. Trump's tactics. Using the troops. Stage chaos. Mm-hmm. Redraw the maps. Silence the vote. Hide them Epstein files.
Yeah.
But the people still outnumber the power. Mm-hmm. We just got to use our voice.
Yeah. And guys, history shows us every time someone tries to suppress us, the people fought back. And that's what we must continue to do. Selma, Chicago, Oakland, our power is in refusing to be silent. Don't just sit back and let him run all over you, because if you do, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to run all over you, and you won't have a voice at all. And that's exactly what he wants.
Hey, we love you too, 1 in a million.
Thank
you so much for the love. We appreciate it. Now, family, what's your plan if Trump's tried to shut your city down or silence your ballot? What's your plan? Do you plan to protest? Do you plan to vote? Or do you plan to organize? What's your move? Tell us what you'll do if Trump tries to shut down your city or silence your ballot.
And also, if you're going to participate in the No Keys March, October
Saturday,
the 20th. I heard that maybe one on the 20th as well, but October the 18th, October the 20th, whenever, put it in the comment section and let us know what city, because it says over 2,000 cities are participating in the No Kings March, and we would like to know where you're going to, if you're going to participate and where. Okay, guys. So shout out to everyone. 1 in a million says fight back. Exactly. So shout out to everyone, no matter
Ghost,
where you are.
What I say, Ghost says there's nothing you can do. What is it, Ghost?
Ghost Rebel. There's nothing you can do. Okay, well, some people may feel a little bit different than that, Ghost Rebel. CS1. Okay, so shout out to everyone coast to coast tonight, whether you're in New York, Atlanta, Houston, Oakland, Massachusetts. We had someone from Massachusetts this evening.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. You keeping this fight alive. So thank you guys. Shout out to those of you from Louisiana as well. Thank you guys for joining us.
You're right. I'm in the world. People do fear what they don't understand.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. They fear it because if you seen the military, you woke up and you was on your way to work and you see military troops all over your city, it'll make you wonder, what is going on, especially if you're not in a high crime city. Whatever I do, I can do it myself.
Can't do it by myself. I will never say on here. Okay, thank you for your comments, DJ Al Capone. We appreciate you guys.
I totally agree with you,
Yeah, and thank you for being one of our top gifters as well. We appreciate you.
There's nothing wrong with taking your Second Amendment serious. So guys, this is not left or right. You know what I'm saying? It's people versus the power grab. And the people don't bow down.
Okay,
we don't bow down.
And you shouldn't bow down. You should voice your opinion, and you should want to be heard because, this is affecting all of us. And we're not trying to go back to 1965 in 2025. Okay. We want to go forward, not backwards. So guys.
Yeah, DJ, you right.
What happened to the church?
You were right.
Yes, you were right about that now.
I have to agree, and I'm going to say this. It's so many churches that's out here. In some cities, you see every other block, you see a church. And you're right. A lot of the churches are not standing up to the craziness that's going on. In fact, we even seen a priest that got pepper balled in the head by one of the ICE agents.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, they don't care about the church anymore. And you have a few pastors, preachers, or bishops that's out there that's trying to do their best to educate their people. But the church need to stand up. I totally agree.
The church is not leading the way like they used to be a long time ago. And also, what happened to the NAACP? What happened to those organizations like that who were leading the way with what was going on and to try to fight for our rights? You don't see that anymore, Harley. And the churches are, I don't know what's happening with some of the churches. The churches are on I guess since COVID, the churches have went downhill because a lot of people are just so used to doing stuff online.
Ghost Rebel said the reason why you don't hear from them because they work for them now.
Okay. That's a different take on it.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
I can't disagree. You never know. I mean,
wow.
You really never know because you might be in one of those churches and you dying for funding and and you get an anonymous funding to help your church out. If you stay out of it, stay out of it. Don't push this agenda to nobody. Just keep your people quiet. So hey, you could be right.
Yeah, that is a possibility. That is a possibility.
They've been dead before I was born. Okay.
All right, guys. So my final thoughts on this is I just need everyone that's listening and the viewers online is to hold on. The Insurrection Act, the ICE raids, the protecting power. This is smokes and mirrors, guys. That's all it is. Designed to scare you silent, to keep you to where you just suppress your vote so you don't have no opinion and not to stand up for yourself. They're trying to grab hold to all of the control and power. But history tells us silence is surrender. John Lewis and the marchers in Selma, they didn't put their lives on the line so that we could sit back and watch our voices disappear. They showed us that courage is contagious. So family, be loud, be present, be unshakable because the power is always with the people who refuse to be erased. We're not going anywhere. Just like that lady who interviewed, was it in New York? And she was just vocal. She said, I'm not going anywhere. And that's what you have to do. You have to take a stand.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. And here's my take on today's podcast, guys. And let me keep it a buck with you, okay? Trump's whole playbook is intimidation and distraction. We already know that. We already know what he's doing. Make the city look chaotic. then roll in the soldiers like he's some action hero. But he ain't saving nobody but himself. He's not scared of chaos. He's scared of you having control over your own future. That's why he fears your vote, guys. He fears your voice.
And that's why he's doing all of these things, these tactics, because he knows comes election time, guess what happens? Going to happen? They're going to get him out of there. And guess what's going to happen next year? What's going to happen if they could regain control of the House and Senate? Then they're going to vote to impeach him.
Exactly. And he's also afraid of your protests. That's one of the reasons why he's calling the No Kings March Hate America March. He's putting that propaganda out there.
Yeah.
So don't give him a win by just sitting out, guys. If you've ever wondered what you can do in a fight this big, start with the power you already have. Your voice, your ballot, your presence. Family, when we show up, the hustle falls apart. Believe that.
Okay, guys. So, this was our time for today, family. I could go on and on. I really would like the conversation to continue because of the fact that we're trying to empower everyone to stand up for what's right. And in the meantime, we're empowering ourselves because we know that this is what we all need to do. And Ghost Rebel says, I'm not marching with people anymore until we get it together.
I'm not marching either.
I'm prayerful that they get it together.
I'm not marching either. I'm not even putting myself in that
position.
Oh,
gosh. So, guys, you know how you can follow us on at JNB Live. We are available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Wherever you get your podcast, guys. Don't forget now, you can still hit that likes, share, and subscribe, and comment and share our episode with anyone, your family and friends.
And before you guys go, make sure you guys follow our top gifters. We're going to stress it. Make sure you follow our top gifters and trickle down. Start from the number 1, 2, 3, and go down. But make sure you get our top gifters
and
follow them so they can follow you back to help grow each other's platform. Okay, guys? And again, we appreciate you joining us on this episode. Until next time, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And I'm your guy, Broker J3.
And I'm your girl, Dr. B.
And as we always tell you guys, let's talk about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one, okay?